I walked into my brother's engagement party wearing my dress uniform. He didn't invite me. Didn't even know I was back in the country. But when his face went white across the crowded room, I knew he remembered exactly who I was. The sister he tried to rob while she was at war. My name is Rachel Cortez. I'm 31 years old. 18 months ago, I deployed to Afghanistan with the Army Reserve. Before I left, I co-owned a construction company with my younger brother Tyler. Equal partners. 50% each. Our father built it from nothing and left it to both of us when he died. Tyler ran the business while I served overseas. 3 days ago I came home to find the company was gone. Sold. The building is empty. My name's stripped from everything our father built. And my brother was living in a $400,000 house he couldn't have afforded before I deployed. I called him from the airport. Tyler, what happened to the company? His voice was calm, too calm. I sold it, Rachel. Got an incredible offer, had to move fast. You'll get your share of the money? You sold our company? Relax. I had the authority. You signed documents before you deployed, giving me full power. It's completely legal. I never signed anything permitting you to sell. He laughed. Actually, you did. Talk to your lawyer if you don't believe me. Then he hung up. I stood there in the airport terminal, hands shaking, while travelers rushed past me. My father spent 30 years building that company. 30 years of early mornings and broken equipment and jobs that went wrong and clients who didn't pay. He survived all of it because he had something Tyler never understood. Integrity. And now his son had sold it all like it meant nothing. I made a phone call. Captain Miranda Shaw answered on the second ring. She was the legal officer I'd worked with on base. Miranda, I need help. My brother just stole my business while I was deployed. Send me everything, she said. Every document you signed before you left. I'll call you back in 2 hours. 90 minutes later, my phone rang. Rachel, Miranda said, your brother committed fraud. The power of attorney you signed had strict limits. No sale of company assets. But someone created a second document with your signature, giving him unlimited authority. Can you prove it's fake? Already did. I contacted a civilian attorney here, Lisa Park. She pulled the notary records. You never appeared before the notary to sign that second document. Your signature was copied from the real POA you signed. What does that mean? It means your brother forged a legal document and used it to steal from you. This is a federal crime. Something cold settled in my chest. Not anger. Something sharper. Clarity. Can we stop the sale? Lisa's filing an emergency injunction right now. The sale closes in 2 days. We'll beat it. The sale was blocked 48 hours before closing. Tyler's buyer threatened to sue him for fraudulent misrepresentation. Lisa called me with more news. Rachel, your brother's in serious trouble. He already spent $200,000. Borrowed it against the sale he thought was guaranteed. Spent it on what? She sent me photos. A house. A truck. An engagement ring. An engagement ring. Tyler was getting married to someone I'd never even heard of. He'd erased me from the business, spent my money, and started a whole new life while I was sleeping in a tent in Afghanistan. I stared at those photos for a long time. Then I asked Lisa a question. When's the wedding? Before I continue, drop a comment and let me know what you would have done. Would you have confronted him privately? Or would you have done what I did? Let me know. There wasn't a wedding yet, but there was an engagement party. His fiancée, Emma, had posted about it all over social media. This Saturday, country club, 200 guests, celebration of their love and future together. A future built on money he stole from me. I didn't tell Tyler I was flying home. I didn't tell him I'd be at his party. I just bought a plane ticket and packed my dress uniform. Lisa met me at the airport. Are you really doing this? He made this public, I said. Posting about his new house, his engagement, his perfect life. I'm just showing up at the party. She handed me a folder. Legal documents, criminal complaint, everything we'd need. Saturday evening, I put on my uniform. Ribbons, combat patch, everything I'd earned serving while my brother was stealing from me. Lisa drove us to the country club. The party had already started. Music, laughter, string lights everywhere. We walked in together. I saw Tyler immediately. He was by the bar with a blonde woman in a white dress. Emma, laughing like he didn't have a care in the world. Someone near the entrance noticed my uniform, whispered to someone else. The whisper spread like a wave across the room. Tyler turned, saw me. The glass in his hand actually slipped. He caught it, but champagne splashed onto his shirt. Rachel. His voice barely carried across the noise. I walked toward him. The crowd parted. The music stopped. Hi, Tyler, I said. Hope I'm not interrupting. Emma looked between us, confused. Tyler, who is this? I'm Rachel, I said, extending my hand to her. Tyler's older sister. We co-own a construction company together. Well, we did, until Tyler sold it while I was deployed in Afghanistan. Emma's smile froze. What? Tyler grabbed my arm. Rachel, let's talk outside. I pulled free. No. We're doing this here. Every eye in the room was on us now. Lisa stepped forward. She handed Tyler a folder. Tyler Cortez, I'm Lisa Park, attorney at law. You've been served. He opened the folder with shaking hands. What is this? Lawsuit for fraud, forgery, breach of fiduciary duty, and theft, Lisa said, loudly, clearly, for everyone to hear. We're also filing a criminal complaint with the U.S. Attorney's Office for wire fraud and forgery of legal documents. Emma stepped back from Tyler. Her voice was shaking. You forged legal documents? I pulled out my phone, opened 2 images side by side. This is the power of attorney I actually signed before deploying, I said, turning the screen so Emma and the crowd could see. Notice the date. Notice the notary stamp. Notice the clause that says, Tyler cannot sell company assets without my written consent. I swiped to the next image. This is the document Tyler filed claiming I gave him total authority to sell everything. See how my signature looks identical? He copied it from the real document. But the notary has no record of me ever signing this. Tyler faked it. The room erupted in whispers. Emma stared at Tyler. You lied to me. You said the company was yours. You said your sister signed everything over because she didn't want it anymore. I was in Afghanistan, I said quietly, serving my country. And Tyler decided that was the perfect time to forge my signature and steal everything our father built. Emma's hands were shaking. The house, the ring. Where did the money come from? He borrowed $200,000 against a sale he thought I'd never be able to stop, I said. Spent it before the sale even closed. Emma pulled the engagement ring off her finger. We're done. She dropped it on the floor. It bounced once on the hardwood and rolled under a table. Emma walked out. Didn't run, didn't cry, just walked out like she was leaving a bad restaurant. Tyler tried to follow. Emma, please, let me explain. She didn't stop. Didn't even slow down. Tyler spun back to face me. His voice was desperate. Rachel, this is insane. We're family. We can work this out. You stopped being my family when you forged my name, I said. Lisa held up another document. Mr. Cortez, the U.S. attorney, is reviewing this case for federal prosecution. Wire fraud, forgery, identity theft. You're looking at potential prison time. Tyler's face went gray. How much trouble am I in? Enough that you should stop talking and hire a criminal defense attorney immediately, Lisa said. I looked at him. You thought I'd never find out. You thought I was too far away, too focused on staying alive, too trusting. I stepped closer. But you forgot something, Tyler. I learned how to fight back before I ever put on this uniform. Dad taught me that. Tyler's voice cracked. I'm sorry. I made a mistake. Please don't do this. You didn't make a mistake, I said. You made a choice. You chose to steal from me. You chose to bet I'd never come home. You chose wrong. I turned and walked toward the exit. Tyler's voice followed me. Rachel, please. I'm begging you. I didn't turn around, didn't stop. I walked out of that country club and left him standing there with 200 witnesses who just watched everything fall apart. The federal prosecutor moved fast. Within 10 days, Tyler was formally charged. Wire fraud, forgery, identity theft. His lawyers tried everything, claimed the signatures were real, claimed I'd given verbal permission, claimed it was a family misunderstanding. The evidence was overwhelming. Tyler took a plea deal to avoid trial. 3 years probation, 300 hours of community service, full restitution of every dollar he'd spent. Permanent felony record. He lost the house in foreclosure, lost the truck when the bank repossessed it, lost everything he'd bought with stolen money. Emma didn't just leave him, she sued him separately for fraud, won $20,000 in damages. The civil lawsuit was over in 3 months. The judge ruled in my favor on summary judgment. Tyler owed me everything, plus interest, plus my legal fees, plus punitive damages. He declared bankruptcy. Last I heard, Tyler works construction for someone else's company now, $15 an hour. Lives in a studio apartment across town. The business? I kept it. I brought back every employee Tyler had laid off when he tried to sell. Gave them back pay for the weeks they'd been unemployed. Apologized to each of them personally. My father's name is still on that building, Cortez Construction, still family-owned, just not by the family member who tried to destroy it. 6 months after the engagement party, Tyler showed up at my office. He didn't come inside, just waited in the parking lot until I came out. "Rachel," he said, "can we talk?" I stopped a few feet away. "What do you want?" "I'm sorry. I know I can't fix what I did, but I needed you to know I'm sorry." "Okay. Is there any chance you'd forgive me someday?" "Maybe," I said, "but not today. Maybe not for a long time." He nodded. "Fair enough." Then he asked, "Why did you come home? You could have handled everything through lawyers. You didn't have to fly back. You didn't have to show up at the party." I looked at him. "Because Dad built that company with his hands," I said. "He trusted us to protect it. And someone had to." I got in my truck. Tyler stood there in the parking lot as I drove away. Haven't seen him since. People tell me I was too harsh. Tyler made a mistake, that family should forgive and move on. But those people didn't serve overseas while their brother robbed them blind. They didn't come home to find that almost everything their father built was almost destroyed. They didn't have to look employees in the eye and explain why they almost lost their jobs because of family greed. I didn't ruin Tyler's life. He did that himself. The moment he forged my name and gambled that I'd never find out. I just made sure he faced the consequences. My father used to say that integrity means doing the right thing even when no one's watching. Tyler forgot that, but I didn't. Every contract I sign now has my father's name on it. Every paycheck I write to our employees honors what he built. Every project we finish proves that integrity still matters. Not because it's easy, because it's right. If you've ever been betrayed by someone you trusted, drop a comment below. What did you do? How did you handle it? And if you want more stories about people who fought back and won, hit that subscribe button. New videos every week about standing up and proving that doing the right thing still matters. Thanks for watching. And remember, choices have consequences, even when that person is family. Especially when that person is family.